Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Green fuels, also called biofuels or drop-in biofuels, are fuels derived from biomass sources by applying various mechanical, thermochemical, and biochemical conversion methods. Green fuels are chemically identical to petroleum-based gasoline, diesel fuel, and jet fuel, and so can be used in existing engines, pumps, and other devices without the need for modification. Sustainable innovations to help preserve our world. Part 3 of a multi-part series. Greener Fuels for a Greener World. Stay with us to find out more.
By choosing vegan, we eliminate the torture of billions of animals while enjoying the benefits of better health, a cleaner environment, and a more humane life. Karen Davis, vegan.
Akuman Tofika, kind-hearted viewers. That means how are you in French Guyanese Creole, one of the languages spoken in French Guiana. My name is Gorbert. The sensible people of Sudan wish that all beings will attain spiritual awareness and always make wise and noble choices. Welcome to our show, Sustainable Innovations to Help Preserve Our World, Part 3 of a multi-part series. Greener Fuels for a Greener World. Over the past few decades, awareness of the need for environmental protection has grown rapidly. Individuals, companies, and organizations around the world have been creating technologies and products to tackle global warming and pollution. These sustainable inventions are offering industry and the public more eco-friendly alternatives, leading to better stewardship of our natural resources and a substantial positive impact on our planet's environment and inhabitants. In our multi-part series, Sustainable Innovations to Help Preserve Our World, we highlight such advances that are helping to create a greener world. Nowadays, we have many options to reduce fossil fuel consumption, such as using electric or fuel cell vehicles and energy from solar and wind power. However, fossil fuels are still a critical energy source with many advantages that renewable energy from wind and solar can't completely supplant. This challenge is encouraging scientists to develop sustainable green fuels that are similar to fossil fuels and can be used to replace them. On today's program, we'll explore sustainable green fuels, how to develop them, and their great potential for a greener future. Green fuels, also called biofuels or drop-in biofuels, are fuels derived from biomass sources by applying various mechanical, thermochemical, and biochemical conversion methods. Green fuels are chemically identical to petroleum-based gasoline, diesel fuel, and jet fuel, and so can be used in existing engines, pumps, and other devices without the need for modification. According to the US Energy Information Administration, even though biofuels emit carbon into the atmosphere, they have fewer adverse effects on the environment than fossil-derived fuels because green biofuels generally emit lower amounts of particulates, sulfur dioxide and atmospheric toxins. In addition, CO2 emissions derived from green fuels are not considered greenhouse gas emissions because growing the biomass feedstocks used to produce biofuels may offset the CO2 generated when biofuels are burned, so there's almost no net change in atmospheric carbon. Renewable hydrocarbon biofuels offer many benefits over fossil fuels and help in tackling climate change. Different bioresources, emerging technologies, and biological processes are used to produce biofuels. We'll next cover the most common and best biomass sources and technologies developed and used to create greener fuels. Recently, green biofuel production from different microbial-originated biomass materials has been getting a lot of attention because of its eco-friendly nature and use of carbon-neutral resources. Algae growing in wastewater can accumulate biomass through photosynthesis. Algae contain up to 50% oil, allowing biofuel to be made quickly and efficiently. Algae are also the original source of the fossil fuels currently being used. Over millions of years, algae grew in the ocean, died, sank to the bottom, and became petroleum. Scientists have tested many strains of algae to search for the types that grow faster and are richer in lipids, the essential ingredient for energy production. They have then tested many methods of efficiently and economically refining algae into fuel.
It used to take millions and millions of years in heat and temperature. Now we can do this in a week.
And we basically just take whatever Mother Nature had come up and adapt it to our purpose.
Cultivating algae by encouraging the growth of lipids to then convert into useful compounds.
Producing the same products but from algae, which take up CO2 from the atmosphere ultimately and then turn it into useful products.
With the current surge in gas prices, scientists hope that we'll see algae-sourced biofuel at traditional gas stations in the near future. Turkey opened the first carbon-negative biorefinery in Europe in its capital, Istanbul. The new biorefinery uses algae to make green fuel, food supplements, pharmaceutical components, and fertilizers. The project is funded by the European Union and the Turkish Ministry of Industry and Technology. It aims to provide a sustainable alternative to the current global dependency on fossil-based and non-renewable resources. The facility can process approximately 1,200 tons of wet algae mass per year and is scheduled to produce biojet fuel for Turkish Airlines domestic flights, hopefully by the end of 2022. Like algae, water hyacinth, an invasive plant, is an excellent source of biofuels. Water hyacinth is low in lignin content and contains high amounts of cellulose and hemicellulose that can easily be converted to fermentable sugar, thus making it fantastic biomass for green biofuel. In addition, water hyacinth grows rapidly, and its foliage also contains a high ratio of carbon to nitrogen. As this raw material is abundant and has no natural predators, it can be useful for production at an economical level. In rural communities, Kenyans have turned water hyacinth into biofuel, providing an effective alternative to firewood and charcoal.
These are water hyacinth plants, an invasive water species clogging Lake Victoria. They block boats and deoxygenate the lake, smothering aquatic life. But now one company is turning these plants into cleaner cooking fuel.
To some people, they see hyacinth as a curse, but I think it's just a matter of enlightening, sensitizing them on what's the importance of hyacinth in Lake Victoria. We don't need to look at it as a curse. We need to look at it as as an opportunity that we can use it to do biogas.
Biogas is a renewable energy source made from food or plant waste. These plants are ground into a pulp. That pulp is then fed into a biogas digester to create an alternative to wood. Biofuel emits less pollutants and reduces health risks from smoke.
Vegan, take your enhanced beauty in stride.
Converting biomass into biogas for use in cooking is only the first step towards sustainability. Scientists have made a breakthrough by finding a way to turn biogas into jet fuel. It's estimated that global fuel consumption by commercial airlines reached 95 billion gallons in 2019. This development can thus potentially eliminate vast amounts of fossil fuels and CO2 produced from air travel. The US-based company Fulcrum Bioenergy Incorporated is producing clean transportation fuels, especially jet fuel from landfill waste. Making jet fuel starts at a feedstock processing facility, where the garbage is sorted and the recycled and unused materials are separated from organic waste, mostly food scraps. The organic waste is then processed and dried to produce feedstock ready for gasification. The prepared feedstock then goes through the gasification process, where the waste is heated in a low oxygen environment and reacts with steam in a bubbling bed gasifier to form syngas. Next is the cleanup process to remove unwanted impurities and adjust the syngas's carbon monoxide and hydrogen ratio so that it's ready for the next step, Fischer-Tropsch. The Fischer-Tropsch process is a catalytic chemical reaction in which the carbon monoxide and hydrogen in the syngas are converted into hydrocarbons or syncrude. Lastly, the syncrude is then broken into smaller chain hydrocarbons and separated into jet fuel or diesel fuel. Each year, Fulcrum Bioenergy's Sierra Biofuels plant can process 175,000 tons of prepared waste and convert it into approximately 11 million gallons of renewable syncrude, which is then upgraded to renewable transportation fuel. The company's green fuel will help reduce carbon emissions by the aviation industry while simultaneously reducing the waste going into landfills. Another new clean source for green biofuel found in recent years is bacteria. Berkeley Lab senior faculty scientist Jay Kiesling and his team at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory have been successful in creating biofuel derived from bacteria. Regarding this breakthrough, researcher Aidan Cohen says, "We were able to engineer soil bacteria called Streptomyces to produce a new type of fuel which would be impossible to make with synthetic chemistry." Previously, scientists used biology to develop a new type of fuel with microbes, whose compound chains of 3-membered rings allowed the molecules to store more energy and make the new biofuel more energy dense and efficient than some rocket fuels. For this reason, the fuel is expected to be used mainly for rockets, but lead researcher Pablo Cruz Morales says it might also be adapted for use in aviation. We thank all the scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs, and government officials who are working toward developing greener fuels for all aspects of the industry that still rely heavily on harmful fossil fuels. May your noble work continue with the support of the divine.
Vegan tested positive for true heroism.
Cheerful viewers, thank you for your company during today's program. Coming up next is Positive Changes in Countries, part 46 of a multi-part series. Grateful Governments, Grateful Citizens. Nigeria, Norway, Oman. Right after noteworthy news. Maybe take every opportunity to make the lives of those around us more comfortable, joyful, and peaceful.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/GAT.